You're watching Soccer Night in Detroit.
He's got some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Saviour of Italy throughout this tournament. He's missed it, and Brazil win the World Cup.
Can they do it here? Cross, and Dempsey is denied again. And Donovan has scored. Oh, can you believe this? Go, go, USA! Certainly through. Oh, it's incredible.
Starting things off with some breaking news.
Oh, wooga, breaking news, oh, wooga. We're recording it on Friday night. It already happened 12 hours ago, but World Cup draw day, and then they put out
Ates
10
Diouf, Ates Diouf coming back to Detroit City FC. He was on loan last year with Detroit City FC from Lexington SC. 7 goals on the year, 28 overall in between USL Championship and League One in his career. So Diouf, a huge part of the goings on for Detroit City. 7 goals in all competitions last year. Appeared in 28 matches, started in 19 of them. He has a total of 38 goals on his career in his USL career proper between League One and the Championship. So huge signing for Detroit City FC as he is back for 2 more years.
I gotta say, a major signing. He proved his work when he was on loan from us, and they said, hey, we like the guy. Second leading on the score next to Darren Smith. And just imagine the forward field. You got probably a healthy Ben Smith, a Darren Smith, and oh my, I think this is going to be a good 3-forward thing next year.
I would hope so, because at this point, obviously you're unsure about when Ben Morris is coming back from the ACL injury, first of all. Second of all, that combination of Smith and Diouf paid dividends late in the year, especially with the addition of Kobe Hernandez-Foster to the lineup.
You're right. He helped out both players really well, and onward, good things to come. Who knows?
Yep. First major signing of the offseason for Detroit City FC for the 2026 campaign. More will be coming, I'm sure. So stay tuned for that, of course.
When I was attending a holiday party, they said more signings coming. So we will see. Returning players, maybe new players, but the hot stove heating up outside, because I learned 2 major players, including a major player with the MVP of the playoffs, not returning to Pittsburgh. One, Eric Dick.
Yes, Eric Dick released today from the Riverhounds. Of course, Dick, very synonymous with helping them win their first ever USL title. Beating Tulsa in penalty kicks last Saturday, or a couple Saturdays ago. And, last Saturday now. But needless to say, a huge loss there at the goaltending position. I think he's gonna be a name that's gonna be out there.
He's a good goaltender.
And I think somebody may end up picking him up quick. And if they pick him up quick, that turns him into an instant contender.
Yeah, Golden Glove in 2024. Was a humongous force in the playoffs. Shut out all 4 opponents, including us. Yeah, well worth the MVPR, but man, major name, unbelievable.
I bet you Tampa Bay circling the Monongahela River at this point.
Yeah, Tampa Bay, what is worth, has been signing everybody. Saying Russell Cicerelli, yeah. They're going to be probably fully loaded.
Dalla just went over there.
Tampa Bay,
a couple other players I was looking up on I was looking up on Blue Sky because I mean, a couple of Pedro Dalabella from North Carolina SC, one of the first players from that organization to leave, or well, actually to be signed by another one. Max Schneider, a midfielder, coming in for a Tampa Bay. Trying to think who else ends up signing with them besides Del. Let's see, we go to Dalabella. Oh my God.
Tampa Bay could be fully loaded next week.
Carson Henderlawn, another one, another
Yeah, and don't
forward
forget
coming to
the
the
ones that
lineup. They're not playing. They're not playing down in
Illinois.
Tampa right now.
What?
They're not playing down in Tampa right now. They are out for blood.
Tell me about it, literally. Also, one other name, Aaron Malloy. I learned this before we taped. He signed a free agent contract with Lexington, which is kind of surprising.
That's another club that's out for blood as well. You know, trying to improve from their position in the table this past season. So lots of moves being made, and you know
And we haven't reached the schedule release portion yet.
no, we haven't. We haven't. Although there is one schedule, we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about that in a little while as well. Trying to save, trying to move it along here. But like I said, lots of big signings in the USL as of late. But big news coming down as well as heard yesterday. But meanwhile, the big news of the day, obviously, was in Washington, D.C. It was the World Cup draw today, the final draw for the upcoming North American tournament, which will be taking place in June. So, obviously, the three host countries, Mexico, Canada, and the United States, all in there, already selected in their little hubs there, as far as or in their group, had their groups assigned to them already.
Canada in B and USA in D.
Yep, Mexico in A, of course, as well. I think I over trumped you, or don't want to say the T word, but Steve was, let's just say we owe him a gratitude, and we are thankful for his service today.
Thank you.
Suffer through the first hour and 15 minutes of the presentation.
15 minutes, and the last 10, don't even ask me, but I said it was going to be the World Cup from hell, and yes, it was the, what else? World Cup from hell. The entertainment was, except for Lauren Hill from the Fugees. I like her. Andrew Bocelli, great singer. Well, doing his stick. Robbie Williams and Nicole Searcher was doing the theme, and and I did see his biopic in theater, which was a bomb. So, oh my God! But yeah, Kako McPheffy got his participation trophy, which was. I'll say this right now. I remember the press release, and you know what I said? It's gonna go to him. I saw it from 10 miles away, or 20. Name your pick. Yeah.
We knew this was going to happen when they decided to move the damn thing to Kennedy Center anyway.
Yeah, you're right. We all knew it. We all knew it. Yeah, he wanted in DC. He controlled the board and all that to disastrous results. And to see the whole thing. And luckily, when I was watching it, my brother asked me to pick up his phone from his car, which when they announced the winner, I said, okay, time to kill. Pick up the phone, got back, saw his trophy. It's just like, I had to rewatch the whole 10-minute thing. It's the 10 minutes I will never get back. I'm sorry to say. But
I don't expect you to rewatch that monstrosity.
I did watch it for note taking. What do you expect? Oh, brother. And let me get to one thing. After the draw, oh my God, the village people are whatever. Left of the, oh my God. He missed his thinking code when they go, young man. And it's just unfortunately, I hate to say it, turned into a karaoke act now at this point. considering he was doing this like come on, fucking lame.
Don't
I
curse the
remember
show by
last
doing
year
the
at
dance.
I remember last year at the infamous presidential visit from the oh shoot, I can't remember the nickname of it, but the president came to Hamtramck to speak to our leaders before the election. Oh, I can't. The unholy visit, by the way, that's the name of it. And I'm just saying, oh my God, just like. And I heard somebody borrow a sort of version with MGMA, like it's so fucking lame. I'm sorry to swear, but. Holy goddamn shit. Oh my God. The only thing that President Trump did is pick out his own country, remembering the pre-assignment day, along with the Mexico president and Prime Minister candidate Marconi. It was just basic, like, okay. So, thank God. Yeah, the first half was hijacked.
Dog and Pony show that went on this afternoon.
Yeah, it was a
at,
dog and
Kennedy
pony
Center.
show. You're right. I agree with you. And yes, the most reaction I got on Facebook was laughing emoji. Ha ha ha. Same thing.
Donald Trump knows how to make an appearance. That's for damn sure. We saw that at the club. We've seen it all. We've seen it. I don't know. I've seen it for at least 40 some odd years of my lifetime.
Yeah, well, remember when we announced that they were going to move it to Las Vegas to Washington? We made a reference to the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Remember, Adolf Hitler was going to use it to show that the German was so superior until a college student from Ohio State, one of the good ones, named Jesse Owens, upset them all, winning 4 gold medals. So,
yeah, poignant moment in Olympic history. We just hope that
brother.
we're grateful for the fact that Canada and Mexico are participating in this cup. We just don't want to see. We don't want to see what happened in 1936 in Berlin, and what is potentially to come in 2028.
Oh, don't even ask.
In
We haven't
Los
reached there.
Angeles.
Thank God we don't do a sports podcast, Mad Cat. Oh, brother.
Yeah. So
thank God we don't do a sports podcast.
And then one more thing about that, though, there was an article that was on the Athletic today. When the this was on the Athletic, says when the World Cup draw takes place today, Donald Trump will take center stage. No American president has taken such an interest in soccer, and his relationship with FIFA has never been closer. Here's what I said about that. It's not a relationship with FIFA. It's a relation. No. It's an admiration society between two corrupt individuals. That being Trump, and the other one being Gianni Infantino.
You know what? I totally agree with you. Ever since Trump became president, he became cozy. You don't want to get on Trump's bad side. And then with the whole made-up peace prize, brother, kill me right now.
What were the last 3? Okay. What were the last 2 World Cups?
Russia, they awarded Putin a prize, and Qatar, which was the middle of nowhere, the side of Connecticut, for God's sake. Oh my God!
And all the everything that went along with the building of the stadiums in Qatar, the numbers of people that died while building those stadiums.
Oh yeah.
And Infantino just swept it underneath the rug.
Oh, brother.
Russia, and of course, their human rights
history. We don't have him mentioned.
Infantino just swept it underneath the rug.
Yeah, right, including jailing a female rock band, which I'm not going to say name. I don't want to offend the females around the town, but P Riot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just, brother.
And I'm sorry if you want to compare Sepp Blatter to Infantino. I think Infantino is much worse.
Oh,
it's all about the greed when it comes to FIFA.
This is what pissed me off. FIFA is for the people. Soccer is the people game, and it's just sort of like what's going on high school, college, the pros. When you get to pros, it's just the big thing, and considering it's very profitable, and you probably know money corrupts everybody's mind. Literally, it's just brother.
Yeah, and a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people in the world are not happy with Infantino as
No.
him being the president of FIFA. Much in the way that Sepp Blatter was another, or Sepp Blatter, excuse me, not Sepp Blatter, Sepp Blatter,
No.
and the corruption that went on then with him.
You're right. Yeah,
So
you're right.
it's like
And it's a world away from 1994, the last time we hosted. And incidentally, this morning I saw the person who stole the World Cup draw was the late great Robin Williams. He stole the show. It just, we missed him so much. And compared to what we saw today, oh, word.
if he was around today, having to deal with what we
Oh,
have to deal with, oh brother.
oh, brother. And unfortunately, I'm sorry for this lack of optimism from the World Cup draw from hell, and thank you very much for giving me, because I watched the World Cup draw, so you won't have to. So,
We thank you
could
for your
we
service,
just
by the
get
way.
who we just robbed in the World Cup?
Oh yes, we can. We can. Let's start off. Let's see here. Let's start off here. Let's start off with Group A. Um,
Yes. I
with
thought we were going to go to
Mexico,
Group B
Mexico
first.
getting obviously the top seed in that group.
Yes.
You have South Korea,
Yes.
and when you think of South Korea, there's one man that comes to mind when it comes to South Korea, and that's Sun Yun Min
Yes. Who
from
played for the LA
LAFC, formerly of
Galaxy?
Tottenham
Yes.
Hotspur. The
Yes.
most dangerous man in the world.
I agree.
I mean, he is definitely a danger as far as goes, and I mean, a lot of people say that it could be the group that is, well, shall we say, the group that can actually, I mean, Mexico should be able to get out of that group. They play the winner of, I mean, let me see.
The playoff between Denmark, North Macedonia, Chechnya, and Ireland. I say it more better than Wayne Gretzky did.
What
He's a
have I said
hockey
about
player,
hockey?
for God's sake.
What have I said about hockey? Other sports figures and dealing with soccer, namely Steve Nash, covering
Yes,
Champions League.
yeah,
Stick to your own sport.
I agree
Eh?
with you.
Yeah.
I remember a couple years ago, he was an analyst on the TNT coverage, and when it seemed that he was about to won it, he went up and down, went crazy. By the way,
I I could not watch I mean, I had trouble watching TNT's coverage of the Champions League, to be honest with you,
uh huh,
because I was like, what does this guy? Okay, you got him on there because he's a Tottenham Hotspur fan.
yeah.
Give me a break. It's like me. It's like putting a Detroit City FC. Oh wait a minute, that's what we are.
We're part of the
At
business.
least we're
You know
trying to. Hey,
that.
at least we're trying to figure. At least we're trying to do a analysis on the beautiful game.
I think back to Group A. I'm going to say South Korea and Mexico could be the two automatic qualifiers. You know what I mean? So they will get out of this group really well.
Well, you look at that D bracket, and yeah, you look at that D bracket that they'll be facing in the. Uh, let's see, you got Denmark, North Macedonia, Czech Republic, and Ireland. Um, there's a possibility they could face Denmark. Denmark could be trouble for
Oh
for any of
yeah,
those sides.
yeah.
Um, Ireland's another one too that you could think about that could spoil the party in there. I
They
could
haven't
see.
been in the
I
World
mean, I
Cup.
could honestly see.
They haven't been in the World Cup in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. I believe they were in the U.S. in '94.
Yes, back in '94. Yes,
They made a quarterfinal run, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean I mean Mexico should not get out of that group. Okay, I think I mean being the host, one of the host countries there. So moving on to Group B, though,
Yeah.
Canada
Yes.
uh, will be, of course, the top dog in that group. They will be They got the
The other
qualifier
playoff
from
game between
UEFA Playoff A, and you got the four names there for that one.
Wales, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Italy, and Northern Ireland. And I will say Italy is probably the odds-on favorite to qualify for the World Cup out of that playoff.
Italy would be, but I mean, this was probably one of the greater soccer nations in the of all time. I mean, they have a pedigree. Italy does. However, play as they missed the World Cup the last time around, missed the World Cup in Qatar. They and now they're back in the qualifier this time around. Not so much the soccer. I mean, not so much. Shall we say the one of the class soccer nations in the world right now?
You could say that for sure. Yeah.
And I mean, should they come out of that? I mean, should they come out of there? I mean, you got Wales in there as well. Wales is an up and coming nation. Wales ended up being in the last World Cup. In fact, they were in the same group as England and the United States, if memory. And I think Iran was in that group too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were in
Yeah.
there.
And the other qualifiers are Qatar and Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland. The U.S. proved lost to them in a friendly earlier this year, so that could be a dangerous side for Canada.
You're
As
right.
well.
And from all the sims I did on the second half, it looked like, according to the sims, Canada could not make it. This is their third World Cup. I do remember their first World Cup because they saw the Mexico 86 on the CBC. They played all three games, lost all three games, and only recorded one shot. Last World Cup, they did finally score their first goal. I can't remember the name of it, but it is going to be very tough trying to get out of this group. Literally.
Canada's hopes revolve around one Alphonse Davies. He's been injured for Bayern Munich. And from what I understand, Davies may be coming back to the lineup as early as this weekend.
Oh, my.
So that would be one of the players to watch. Another player that you figure on the Canadian side, guy that we know, plays for Celtic, Alistair Johnston. He's been hampered with injury as well, and he's just coming back into form for Celtic. I mean, we'll see how Wilfred Hendry, the new Celtic coach, utilizes him in the next month or so, as far as that goes. And that was another key piece. Good defender, a great defender, I should say, great defender for Celtic. But the key here, I think, for Canada is making sure that Alphonse Davies is back in the lineup.
Or it could be a long quick exit like they have in the last two World Cups. Thank God they're lucky they're co-hosting it. So
yeah, I mean, could they get out of this group? Maybe they could be a third place team and still get out of this group. There is that factor now in which you could do that. You could end up being third place. With the way this structure is, there's obviously the 12. There's going to be the top two seeds in each of the 12 groups, and there will be 8 third place positions up for grabs as well.
The wild card.
Yeah. So that could be one of those groups that could send 3 into the next round. Let's go to Group D.
Group D? Okay.
Let's go to Group D.
USA. I think they got easy.
I think so too.
Australia,
just as looking at it. I mean, their first game obviously is going to be against Paraguay. They just beat Paraguay about a week or so ago. That was the coming out party of one. God, I forgot his name now. Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna had the game against Paraguay that I think probably got him back or got him onto that squad. So that was a great performance by the United States. Tight game. Paraguay is going to give you those tight games. They've only allowed 10 goals in competition this year. So they've scored only 14 goals. So you're going to be in. It's going to be one of those, shall we say, Katie Bartador offense. Forget offense in this one. You're going to have to survive defensively, and you're going to have to steal one.
You're
in
right.
order to win these games. And like I said, the coming out party of Gio Reyna in that last fixture between the two of them, the last friendly. Another familiar opponent, Australia.
Yeah, the Socceroos.
The Socceroos, they're another familiar opponent. They played them in the last few months here. The United States has, and of course, they will take on playoff. They will take off the playoff group C in the Europa, which is Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, and Kosovo. Now, there's a high chance they could play Turkey.
Than Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, there's a high chance that they could end up with Turkey.
Oh my!
Which poses the question, which poses the fact here: all the opponents that the U.S. will face are teams that they have faced in the last calendar year.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of familiarity in this group.
And you know what we say about exhibitions? They don't count until it's the real thing.
Yeah. And it's not like, obviously the U.S. is going to be up for these games.
Uh-huh.
The countries that the U.S. are going to be facing are also going to be up for these games as well because it is the World Cup.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So, needless to say, just looking at it right there, do I see the U.S. coming out of this group? Absolutely. Do I see them top in this group? High possibility.
Yeah, remember when I did the simulation in midweek, most of them had it coming out on the top of the group or tied on the top, either first or second, yeah, they could easily get into the knockout round. Knockout round, that's a whole different story.
Absolutely. Absolutely right there.
This time you have it now an additional layer. It's not the final 16 anymore. It's the final 32.
Yeah. One more group I want. There's a couple more groups I want. We're not going to go through all the groups, obviously. If you want to go, if you look at all the groups and all that stuff,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yes, but I want to look at Group L because everybody knows it's coming. The whole adage about this national team. It's coming home. All that, all that's,
they haven't won the World Cup.
This is the best chance for England to top the group, I would say, out of this group here. But there's some nations here that aren't going to be any pushovers.
Croatia, Ghana, who after most time being in Group B, but they're going to be in Group L, and Panama. The group of, I don't want to call it a group of death. Another analyst said another group is also the group of death, but
yes. I mean, just by FIFA ranking alone, that was like the second. I was gonna say that was the second most competitive group out of all the groups.
Yeah.
And we'll go to the most competitive group in a minute, but out of this group, I think England has a good chance of making it through.
You're right.
And possibly being on top on this group.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The only European team that they have to face is Croatia.
Yeah, that's the only, and don't forget Guyana. That's a tough.
Ghana's going to be a tough outfit there, but it's all up to whatever Thomas Tuchel does.
I know.
as far as getting that group. And I'm not saying don't necessarily rely on Harry Kane every single damn time.
Oh
You
yeah.
got other players that are on that team. Phil Foden, for example, if he's finally getting out of his little funk and should be able to contribute for that England side.
Uh-huh.
Jordan Pickford, of course, probably gonna be the man in between the posts for England as well. And then you got to really, and like I said, that back line's got to be very taut and very sure.
I know.
And I see them coming out of this group okay. But we were talking about the group of death,
Yeah.
Group I.
Yeah.
They will,
Very competitive.
yeah.
France, Senegal, Norway, and the winner of the intercontinental playoff between Bolivia, Suriname, and Iraq.
Two names that are going to come off of this one: Kylian Mbappe and Erling Haaland.
I know. We were just talking about Erling Haaland during our music, scoring his 100 goal, Premier League goal. Great scorer. Mbappe.
And we did we
Great.
start and then we start off the program talking about a Senegalese player.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think Ates Diouf is a national, but
I know.
but Senegal a very good footballing country as well. So this this had the highest as far as ranked nations in FIFA. Um, you got obviously probably two of the best players in the world that are going to go head to head against each other.
Oh, I cannot wait for that matchup. I don't know when that matchup. I've been saying Mbappe name over and over. Mbappe, Mbappe, Mbappe. I need to get a name for Holland. Holland, Holland, Holland.
Uh, I go with one name for Erling Haaland.
Irvin,
Thor.
Thor. Do we have a
The
hammer?
the first time I saw him in person, and this was in Green Bay. They were playing Bayern Munich in a friendly at Lambeau Field. He scores the goal.
Uh-huh.
Seconds later, lightning delay.
Oh,
Manchester City went on to win that game by a score of 1-0. And then I think it was last year, I saw him in Columbus and he got a hat trick against Chelsea.
oh my God. Mbappe against Thor. Holy shit. Holy
It's
cow.
going to be epic. It's going to be an epic matchup. That's going to be one I want to watch for sure.
Me too, because we love two-star players. Will they light up the scoreboard like Mbappe did back at World Cup Finals 4 years ago? Who knows? Maybe.
These could be two. These could be two. These could be
Epic.
two for the Golden Boot. Let's just put it that way.
I agree with you. Both players that darn good. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
these could
Team
be
Mbappe
two
with his
contenders.
club team.
Those could
Yeah,
be two
Team
contenders
Mbappe
for
and
that
his
Golden
club
Boot.
team, and Holland with his team is Manchester City, a team you support. Holy shirt. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he had a good qualifying run too. Didn't he score like five in one game? I think.
Probably so.
I think he did.
Have to check out the stats.
Yeah,
Literally.
he definitely got more than a hattie on that day.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're not going to go for all the rounds, but if you want to see analysis, it's like I said, everything. We're gonna
Yeah.
bring it up before the World Cup. By the way,
Amongst the other big dogs, Argentina in Group J with Algiers, Austria, and Jordan. Portugal has got Uzbekistan, Colombia, and UEFA playoff, or actually it's Intercontinental playoff. One.
you're
Yep.
okay. New
And
Caledonia,
yeah,
Jamaica, and DR
those are the
Congo.
other. Spain's in a group with Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and I
Cabo
believe Ivory
Verde.
Coast. I believe it is.
No, Cabo Verde.
Oh,
The
Cabo Verde. Yep.
Yeah, the Ivory Coast. Oh, brother.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. They're in Group E with Germany, Curacao, and Ecuador.
Yeah. Group G has Belgium, Egypt with Mo Salah, Iran, and New Zealand.
Uh-huh.
Netherlands, Japan, playoff B. That would be in the from the UEFA playoff.
Uh-huh.
Winner,
I know.
the winner of that one, and then Tunisia.
I see.
That's
Okay.
in Group F. Germany, we already. Okay, I did mention Ivory Coast and Curacao. They're in and Ecuador is in that group with Germany as well. So
Yeah, it
groups
should be fun one.
and
And don't
groups
forget the World
group.
Cup begins. And don't forget the World Cup begins on June 11th till the finals on July 19th. Let's hope it's not hijacked by Taco McGuffey. It's going to be on Fox in the U.S. and it's going to be on Telemundo in Spanish. And
And
yes, and I know. And incidentally, I jumped the gun because a big name we know from the Premier League is going to be helping out with Fox, one Rebecca Lowe, which we all love, and it's going to be for this World Cup only. As you probably know, after the end of loan contract, we have to send her back, for God's sake.
also on there, Thierry Henry, you know him from the UEFA Champions League broadcasts on CBS and Paramount Plus.
And by the way, he was very good during the pre-draw analysis. By the way, mad respect to him. But don't worry,
He
they're
knows his
going
stuff.
back
He
because
does. He's
remember
like the
it's big competition. You have to have many commentators on hand. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
And Henry is whenever I watch in Champions League coverage on Paramount, you got Micah, you got Carragher, Jamie Carragher. They're like the comic relief. Those two feed off each other like I don't know, Abbott and Costello, Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, whatever.
Bobby the Brain Haven, Gorilla Monsoon.
But no, Henry comes in there. He's like the level headed guy. He's a level headed man. He brings the call. He brings the shall we say the
Seriousness of the whole thing.
yeah the sternness. He brings the sternness, and he brings it. All three of them bring insightful analysis, but he's the more level headed person in the room. Whenever you watch the coverage of UEFA Champions League on CBS.
I know.
So,
Should be fun, by the way. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I
absolutely.
know.
Absolutely should
But
be fun.
It gives me a good segue to our next story because of the World Cup. Another familiar competition we should be familiar with has been altered for 2026. The one Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Yes, indeed. One round has been taken away for this competition um, due to the World Cup. So they ended up taking one round away. What this means is that a handful of professional clubs will not be participating in this competition.
You're right. By the way, I always say it's not about like competition with every U.S. based MLS team, but this year is an exception because you won't see teams because they're playing CONCACAF. You're going to see a lot of teams from below who's not qualified CONCACAF in the U.S. Open Cup. Same thing with the USL. It only limited to playoff teams who made the playoffs and a couple of exceptions because
Yeah,
every team.
there are a couple of exceptions there. Let me go through the list of let's go through it there. So in Lou City, Charleston Battery, Hartford Athletic, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, Loudoun United, Rhode Island FC, Detroit City FC, and Indy 11. That's from the Eastern Conference. From the
Taking the
West,
place of North Carolina FC, who was in the playoff, but as you probably know, is now defunct. So,
exactly. The
okay.
9 teams from the Western Conference include FC Tulsa, New Mexico United, Sacramento Republic, El Paso Locomotive, Phoenix Rising, San Antonio FC, Orange County FC, Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and Lexington SC. 6 teams that are out: Oakland Roots, Monterey Bay, Las Vegas, Tampa Bay, Miami, and Birmingham Legion.
Yeah, because they didn't qualify for the playoffs last year.
Yeah, and it's a unique situation. It's probably going to be a one time. It's going to be a one time thing for that
I
to
agree with
happen.
you.
It's going to
I
be a
agree
one
with you.
time
It's a
thing as far
one-time
as those
thing.
USL. None of the expansion teams that are going into either league are going to
No
be.
Sport Jacksonville. No Brooklyn. No, I don't know who's entering the MLS next year. So
Yeah, none of the and then there's only two MLS Next Pro. Obviously, the independent side, Chattanooga Red Wolves being one of them. Or no, excuse me, Chattanooga FC being one of them. Chattanooga Red
okay,
Wolves are in the are in League One. Uh,
I
can we
know.
see that happen again? But it's going to create a unique situation. It is a unique situation there. A lot of people are there's a lot of a lot of feedback coming to it. It's like, okay, what's USSF doing again with all this stuff? Another thing that they're looking into now is they don't want, say, like the two team representing the parent club.
I agree because I think it's almost been a decade since they banned voluntary self-remove the USL 2 team from their parent club because they don't want, I don't want to say,
Yeah, because I
but
mean, and that was from what we had 2 years ago. Remember the whole shebang with USL or with MLS trying to put in the two teams so that they could back out of the Open Cup.
yeah, because they're stuck in that League Cup thing, literally.
Yeah,
So,
so they're going through that.
Apple Cup, as we like
Yeah,
to call it.
yeah. So they're standing firm with that. So if you're a team that is qualified in MLS, your two team cannot represent you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, your two team. If you have a two team in, okay, say like Inter Miami two, they can play.
Okay.
I mean, this time around, I don't think they're. Yeah, this time around, they're not eligible. But
No.
like, say like a Nashville FC's two team can play in there, or they could be eligible for it. I don't know. And like for the second year in a row, the defending champion will not be defending their title.
They're playing League Cup.
Yeah, they're playing because they have been, because of their CONCACAF Champions Cup bid.
I see. I know.
So Nashville, who won the title, will not be defending will not be defending.
Yeah, we'll have to see 2027. But like I said, and remember, this is only for this year. But like I said, it's not truly a
Yeah,
nationwide cup unless every
right.
US based team in MLS are included. That's all I say for. That's all.
I agree with you there because I mean, it should, and like I said, we balance out Jägermeister Cup with Open Cup and the regular season ourselves
Yes. And that worked. Why didn't MLS do it with the League Cup and
because they
Coach?
don't see it as being a feasible product to sell. And I saw it in Chicago. I saw it in Chicago. I
Yeah,
really did. I saw it firsthand
there was not
when we went down there to play Chicago Fire.
nobody showed up.
Yeah, I think I saw more. I wouldn't say I saw more people when we played Chicago House in that same stadium. However, there wasn't quite a bit of support for the Fire at that match.
So Detroit City FC fans outnumber Chicago fans by 5-1.
I would say, I mean, it was a good portion, but I mean, you still had the supporter section, obviously, down at down at the one end, and then we were in the one corner. But
Uh-huh.
we had a good contingent of Detroit City support that night.
I see. I wish I was down there. So
Yeah, it was a good loud contingent. And here's the difference. Greg Berhalter's side walked to the locker room.
okay,
Our side, they stayed. They thanked the fans for showing up. They even got into the stands and started doing what they normally do. whenever we're at Keyworth.
Although it ended in a 4-0 disaster.
They still responded to the fans that made it out there.
And by the way, I hope the USLC do a lot better next year after we got wiped out, except for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Which
Well,
could
you
be
would
a
hope.
good omen for next year, considering they won the US Open.
You would hope for that. Those teams in the MLS don't go in until the third round. Every USL team will
Second
be
round, right?
will be coming in the first round.
I see. First
They'll
round
be
proper.
first
Okay.
round proper, and then they'll be taking on the amateur side. So there's a high possibility that Detroit City could meet for
Flint
a
City.
third time
Flint City.
the Bucks.
I know.
There's
We
that
have a 1-1.
high possibility.
Yes, because we're in the same region,
Yep.
Michigan.
Yep. And they like to put things within. They like to make things a little bit more regional to reduce
They always
costs and
do.
all that stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if Atwood puts a bid up for the game.
I know. We'll host the game.
I wouldn't be
easily.
surprised.
We'll host the game easily.
Well, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be. No, I mean, I wouldn't. Don't be surprised if Flint City puts a bid up.
Oh my!
Could imagine Rouge and Gold taking on the. I don't think they're called the River Rats up there. Is it the?
No.
I think it is the River Rats supporters group.
Probably so.
I think it is. I think it is.
Uh-huh.
I've only been up there twice for our games with the women's side and Flint City AFC.
I see.
Back in the day. Speaking of the women.
Oh, another segue!
Speaking of the women, the MASLW season takes off tonight as they take on the Youngstown Nighthawks. Yes.
Yeah. One of the new teams on the division. Remember last year we had the Iowa Demon Hawks, Indiana United, and Kalamazoo United. Well, this year, Kalamazoo United is not in. Iowa Demon Hawks have moved into a different division within the MASW. And we have Youngstown, a new team in the division. And don't forget FC Berlin. Why a Berlin team? No. Their headquarters in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada.
We've already got some action that has been taking place in our division.
Uh-huh.
Believe it or not.
Uh-huh.
Last week, November 28th, Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Louisville Triumph took on the Columbus. Let's see. Yeah, the Columbus Eagles, and Louisville came away with a 10-3 victory.
I see. And by the way, those two teams you just mentioned, we will be seeing them crossover this year, by the way.
Actually, you will be, because I think we do see Louisville as a crossover here. Yeah, our division, you did mention it. It is Detroit City, FC Berlin, Indiana United, and Youngstown.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the crossover, obviously, I believe, Louisville, Cincinnati, Susserfuss.
Huh?
Susserfuss.
Susserfuss? What the hell?
Susserfuss.
What the hell is that?
Susserfuss Belverine from Akron,
Ohio. Of course.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you see their hype video they put on social media? It looked really great. I was looking out for our mascot, or good luck charm, Hannah Crum.
I see her on there, yeah.
Yeah, she looked, I don't know what she looked like with long hair, for God's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, she's, prominent in our programming.
Let her.
Yeah. But according to the roster, I did see Kayla in there. I did see let's see, Who else? As part
Nasir.
of
Nasir.
yeah, Kayla Addison, also Allison Lapointe, Kirsten Williams. I saw them in the video.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, trying to think.
Alton Point will be the new number one in goal.
I would think so. Trying to think here. There were two in there. There was a looked like twins in there. I'm just trying to think who was it. No, yeah, Fatima Nasser was in there as well. I'm trying to think. Trying to look at the roster here, and this is. I mean, I'm looking at the roster as MASL has put it out there. So, but Hannah Crum is on the roster from what I understand. So,
Yeah,
I mean, if she's available, she's available. I'm sure she's got. I'm sure she's got the open invite for sure.
I know. And don't forget Danny Evans is still the
Danny
head
Evans
coach.
is on. Yeah, Danny Evans will be behind the bench once
Yeah, after
again.
we missed her during the championship because she gave birth to a kid, by the way, last year.
Absolutely. So,
Almost 1 year old now. So, a lot on her plate.
yeah.
Motherhood and coaching the
Wow.
girls.
Hey, you know what? There's a possibility she could be coaching these ladies into the MASL or into the USLW season.
Who knows? We'll learn
She is a
that,
very, she is a very prime candidate for that.
good promotion, must I say.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, indeed. And of course, that squad. Like I said, if it hadn't been for the women's squad, let's just put it that way. I don't think the men's. I don't. If it hadn't been for that indoor squad, I don't think you see a improvement on the USLW squad. If it hadn't been for the indoor squad, because I think it has very much transcended into the outdoor game itself, and they have become one of the top dominant forces in the Great Lakes division.
I agree. And hopefully get some better results. Hopefully we could make a run to the finals like we did 2 years ago.
That would be nice. That would be great. That would be awesome.
I know.
So, like I said, looking forward to that. January 3rd, first night of Soccer Night in Detroit for 2026 at the Field House, as Detroit City will be taking on, as it comes over,
FC Berlin of Kitchener, Ontario.
FC Berlin, an international battle.
Speaking of which, I was at the PLL tonight, for their season ticket holder party. It was really great. Got to see a lot of friends. Got to see Red. I tell them thank you very much for the mention. Got to see Meg and Mike and, a lot of my great friends in there. I didn't see much of the players. They went home to their respective hometowns after, take a little holiday break, you know what I mean? But I did see one important person we tried to talk to after a championship mascot decided to AI our mascot voice. And I did a video, and we're about to present that right now. Let's show you. Here at the DCFC holiday party, and I'm just walking, talking with Summer, and then guess who I get to meet? Brunley, how are you? How's everything? Had a great season? Oh, it was adorable. You know what I mean? Are you going to miss Keyword much? I know. But hey, the new stadium will be awesome, by the way, from what I have been told, you know what I mean? And you throw yourself all, you're a friendly bear. We save you from the dumpster and all that. Unfortunately, some mascot in Pittsburgh decided to make fun of you. Oh. How in the hell did you don't talk? You're just a friendly bear. Love your eyes, by the way. Yeah, it's just like that. Let me tell you, we're going to have a fun time next year at Keyword. Last year in my hometown of Hamtramck, we're going to be fighting for another playoff position. We haven't been out of the playoffs since we've been in the league, but hey, this is great. You know what I mean? I know you don't talk, but do you have something to say to a lot of your admirers out there? Yeah? Oh, love you. Oh, that's very nice. Well, let me tell you, despite what that mascot in Pittsburgh, who is now part of the championship team, we love you. love you. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we'll see everybody soon. It's just you're just a fantastic bear. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for agreeing to do this.
We at Soccer Night in Detroit will say that we are a pro-friendly podcast.
Yes, I agree because friendly. I think he was slightly hurt, by the way, but like I said, just move on and entertain everybody. And I think that's the perfect way to go out because, like I said, we're in the holiday season. I know it's a little different with everything going on in the world, and and I know we do this in a series, but when we get to a break like holiday season and all that, you'll see all the holiday shows and different team shows like that. But honestly, it's the holiday. Just be thankful you're still alive and still supporting the greatest soccer league soccer in the world here in Detroit, and all the teams we support, right from Celtic to FC United Manchester to St. Pauli, my team, Man City, your team, everybody. Like I said, we love the game soccer. It would cost a lot, but hey, we love it. Just
Absolutely. And like I said, we got one more program for the year that'll be coming up right around Christmas time. Is pretty much our year ender, and we'll be doing
our top five.
Yes, because
And
it's not half as boring as the top 10.
Grievances of the year, one each from you and I. Who knows? Maybe two. Who knows? So
Yeah, we'll do our best ofs basically. Looking back at the year that has passed. Hopefully, pass along some more roster news as well.
And I'll put up a Christmas tree with a festive pole. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, the end of the grievances will be on that episode as well.
Yeah, I remember it started by some dad who was tired of commercials, said, "Okay, here's a poll, no poll," and freaked up drink. I'm just waiting for John Cena's last match to say goodbye. So it'll be fun and festive.
Meanwhile, I'll be watching the last match of the year in American competitive football because you know what? Even though it's MLS, you cannot take your eyes off the matchup.
Mueller against Messi.
You cannot take your eyes off that
Messi number.
And especially when you got some players that are going to be vying for that U.S. national team on that Vancouver side.
Yeah. And a victory for Vancouver, which I'm rooting for, should show, hey, soccer, get behind your team, man. Get behind your team.
And hopefully it'll lead into better things for for that region. Hopefully, better things for that region, and it'll be a double for them. It'll be a double as far as cups go.
I know
because they won the Canadian Championship this year.
Yes. Yes. You're right.
So that would be a worthy double. They could have won.
You're right.
They could have won a treble.
Yeah.
They could have had a chance to win a treble if it wasn't for losing out in the Champions Cup.
I see. And don't forget the Canadian Championship. The other three NL teams also battle for that trophy. So,
yeah, absolutely. So, but like I said, we got one more program coming up. Look for around Christmas Day. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, whatever it is. We'll be, like I said, doing our top five, doing our airing of the grievances, and hopefully some more roster news down the pipe. Be looking on the socials on Soccer Night in Detroit, for any announcements as far as player signings go.
And if it does happen, I'll do a breaking news short saying breaking news, just like you see on every newscast or like that. So,
Hope you like the graphic today that we did for Ates Diouf. That's what I'll be probably doing going forward. Listing the information that, hopefully, like I said, we'll be doing that going forward as these signings take place. And it sounds like more are to come. So,
and if it happens,
warming up.
Yes, and it happened. We'll bring it to you on the internet,
Yep.
literally.
Yep.
Either
Follow,
me or him.
yep.
So,
Follow Soccer Night Detroit on Blue Sky and Twitter.
mhm.
Look for those announcements there. Also, the announcements will be on the Faithful for Detroit City page as well. That has also got a Discord as well. Um,
Okay.
I don't have the link right now, but yeah, but those that are in that Discord, you'll get those as well. So,
Okay.
and of course it's
Well,
always, and of course the NGS Discord, you know they're going to be talking about that stuff all over on that as well. Those
yeah,
will
I
be
know. It doesn't stop during the December break. So,
soccer never stops.
I know.
It
I
never
know.
stops. Never stops.
Well,
So
listen, I hope you have a good month in December. I will hit you up before the holiday to celebrate Christmas. And oh, yes, the best and grievances of the year. So have a nice December, and I'll see you in a few weeks.
all right, good talking to you as always, and everybody
Thank you.
out there. Hopefully, you're having a safe and wonderful holiday season. Until we meet again, folks, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the galaxy.